guys, it's me again. So here we are, week 7 here in Australia, which is insane to think about because I feel like I just got here. This time is really flying by super fast and I'm okay with it because I am missing home a little bit, but that's a given when you're halfway across the world. But I'm still enjoying my time and really liking every second of it. So it's been probably 2 weeks since I've gotten a chance to vlog, just because I get so busy and then time flies and I forget about it, to be honest. So I just wanted to give a quick update of the last 2 weeks. So the last you saw me was on week 5, and I had just gotten back from the Blue Mountains with a couple people. And then that upcoming Friday, Aiden had a performance, kind of like a showcase for his music. His peers as well in the music department were also performing. So they had violins performing and all these other ensembles, which was really good. And Aiden got to perform. So he sang the song Believer by Imagine Dragons. He has been basically singing the song since I got here. So it was really cool to finally see that pay off for him.
First things first, I'm saying all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second thing second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of the sea. Oh, ooh, the master of the sea. Oh, ooh. I was broken from a young age, shaking my soul in the mass and wrapped my poems in the fear that left me, took to me, shook to me, feeling me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauties without pain. You made me, oh, you made me, oh, believer, pain, you bring me down, you build me up, believer, pain. Now let the bullets fly, let them rain. My life, my love, my drive came from pain. You made me, oh, you made me, oh, believer. The things that send a prayer to the ones up above. All the hate that your heart has turned your spirit to a dove. Oh, ooh, your spirit up above. Oh, ooh. I was choking in the crowd, lifting my brain up in the cloud, feeling like ashes to the ground. Hope my feelings they would drown, but they never did, never did, never did. Falling in heaven, they let me, they till it woke up and it rained down, it rained down. Pain, you made me, oh, you made me, oh, believer. Pain, you bring me down, you build me up, believer. Pain, now let the bullets fly, let them rain. My life, my love, my drive came from pain. You made me, oh, you made me, oh, believer. Last things last by the grace of the fire and the flame. You're the face of the future, the blood in my veins. Oh, ooh, the blood in my veins. Oh, ooh. They never did, ebbing and flowing, heaven and living until it broke up and it rained down. It rained down like pain. You made me, oh, you made me, oh, believer. Pain, you bring me down, you build me up, believer. Pain, now let the bullets fly, let them rain. My life, my love, my drive came from pain. You made me, oh, you made me, oh, believer.
And he got one of the biggest applauses of the night, which was really cool. He really got into it and really performed. He's definitely a performer, so that was really cool to see him finally show his stuff. So there was that. And then after that, the next day, I went to the Hunter Valley. So the Hunter Valley is like the wine area of Sydney. So it's about 2 hours north of Sydney, and this is where basically all the wine that you would hear is produced. So it's really dry there just because of the bushfires that have been happening and the extreme weather. So if you haven't really known anything, Australia has been having really bad bushfires, kind of like a wildfire or a forest fire. It's so dry because of the hot weather that anything will light up. So there's been fire bans, and there's been quite a few warnings. There's been some pretty smoky mornings here that you won't be able to even see the city as you're driving into it because of the haze and the smoke that's in the city. And the stench is really bad. It smells like you're sitting out in a campfire all the time. So it hasn't been the greatest in that sense. But thankfully it hasn't really affected us too much in Sydney. There are a lot of places that have been affected by it, so hopefully those bushfires get under control soon and people don't have to fear for their life basically because of the weather. So here in Sydney, we've had some interesting weather. As you can see, it's not like the sun shining. It's kind of cloudy, overcast. We've had some rain. But anyways, in the Hunter Valley, it was very dry. So it was kind of hard for them to produce as good of wine because the grapes aren't getting the moisture that they need. But it was still very beautiful to see. So first we went to the Walkabout Wilderness Park, which has some wild kangaroos and some dingoes and some cockatoos and all these really cool animals that are native to Australia. So to me, this place reminded me just of Fonderosa, only with Australian animals. So I felt right at home being there. I honestly could have put a uniform on and fit right in. So I really liked it there. I got to cuddle a kangaroo a little bit, and that was awesome, of course. From there, then we went to our first winery, and at that winery we just kind of more basic wines, just a basic tasting, really good wine. And then we went to our second winery, which was amazing because at that point we had not eaten lunch, so we were all definitely feeling the wine a little bit. And when I talk about all of us, there was like 16 of us. I only knew one person from North Carolina that I had invited on this trip to go with, but all of us actually were from North America. So we had Canadians as well as people from all over the states. So it was these 16 people that already knew each other. They had met on Bumble, BFF. So they had gotten together. So they were really inviting and welcoming to us, and it was really good. And of course, wine always helps everything. So that was good. And then from there, a couple of them wanted to taste some vodka, which at that point I was kind of done with alcohol. So I explored and actually found some honey tasting. So I went and did that. And then from there we went to a chocolate factory, which I highly recommend. And we also had lunch at the Smelly Cheese Factory, which was pretty good. I had a salad from there, trying to stay healthy. And then because I was being healthy, had gelato right afterwards, which was, again, very good. But that was kind of our day in the Hunter Valley, and then ended up back home from there, just because that's a long day and it gets pretty tiring pretty quick. But then the next day, I actually went into the city because my weekends are my free time, and it's so cheap to travel on Sunday because it's $2.80 all day to go anywhere with the transit system. So I ended up going over to Coogee and did the Coogee to Bondi Walk, which is a pretty decent walk, but it's so gorgeous, and it's like one of the most scenic and beautiful walks you can do. It's very pretty. It's right out on the ocean, so you get to see such beautiful scenery. Very popular, lots of people were there. But after that walk, I was pretty tired, but I had ended all the way in Bondi, and I had remembered that Joe Jonas from the Jonas Brothers, because I'm obsessed, had lived in a house there because he was a judge on The Voice Australia. So I made it my mission to find that house. Unfortunately, I did not, but I'm prepared for next time because now I kind of have a better idea of where it is, because I think it's in North Bondi, just based off the view that they showed from the house. So I'm determined to find this house, so I'll keep you posted if I do, but trust me, I will. So there was that, and then just kind of explored and ended up at Bondi Junction, which is a shopping mall, and then ended up back at the house because I was pretty tired by then. Like, that's a lot of walking. So ended up back at the home and got ready for week 6. So then the week happened like normal, cleaning, making lunches, bringing Rasheen to dance, all of this stuff. And then next thing I knew, it was Friday again. And I have no clue where these weeks are going. If anybody knows, please let me know, because it's going by so fast. So that Friday then was Aiden's graduation. So he is in year 6. So he graduated 2 weeks early because now that we're getting closer to Christmas, people start traveling a lot. So they plan this graduation 2 weeks ahead. So since they are year-round school, they will get done about December 6th or 5th, something like that, and then won't go back to school till February, which is insane. So a lot of families are trying to get traveling already and get home or wherever they need to be for the holidays now, so they do things early. So we had Aiden's graduation and people sang, and it was really cool to just see the difference in ceremonies from what I would expect. And then after the ceremony, they had a party for all the year 6 people, and it was just for the kids. So I went and explored the city since I was in the city at night, and just kind of walked around, and then ended up back at the school because the parents were still in there, and I figured it'd be so much easier to just catch a ride with them back home. So I got to help clean up and see Aiden a little bit in his elements, all sugared up and partying, which that's nothing new. But that was really fun. It was absolutely gorgeous there, how they decorated for them. So that was fun. And then ended up back at the house for another night in. And then Saturday came along and I went into the city just to explore a little bit, see what I could get into. Nothing too excited, I would say. I'm planned on shopping, but just kind of walked around. I ended up at the markets in Chinatown. I went to Patty's Markets, which is in Chinatown. They're kind of like this historic marketplace, but it's like just street vendors basically in one area. So I liked Chinatown. It was very different. I couldn't read anything because obviously it's a different language, but it was really just a very cool cultural experience because Sydney does have a high Asian population and significant cultural impact. So there is a lot of Asian influence because of that, since they are so close. So I saw that and then just kind of walked around the city more, see what I could get into. But then that night we had Anthony's 50th birthday party because he turned 50 a couple weeks ago, and we finally got a chance to have a party for him. So we had his family over at the house and Marina's family over at the house, and had a wonderful dinner prepared, ate, hung out, chatted. Really cool to just kind of get to see their family and learn from them and get to talk about stuff in Australia and the States as well. So it was really fun. And then we also had the most delicious gelato sorbet cake. It was exquisite. It was so good. definitely would get that again. It was so amazing, like perfect, not too rich, not too like bland, just perfect. So then after the party we just kind of relaxed because that was very exhausting. And then Sunday again, just kind of went into the city, see what I can get into. Came up with this idea to go to Manly. So Manly is one of the northern beaches. So it's kind of a haul to get up there. It was a 30-minute ferry ride to get all the way up there from Sydney. So it's kind of a haul. But Manly was very cool. I was pretty tired at that point though, so I didn't explore the beaches as much. I mainly did some shopping, went to a thrift store, found some really cute things. Just kind of explored. They had some vendors. I really like people watching in these areas because there's some interesting people out there. But that was really exciting to get an opportunity to see that. And then honestly made my way back home. Kind of a quiet evening because it was kind of a busy weekend, but I needed some time in. And here we are again, another Monday night. Roisin's at dance at the moment, so I'm trying to catch up on my vlogs. Hopefully we'll get there. But yeah, I've included quite a few of Roisin's little vlogs that she's trying to create, so we'll see how those go. But thanks for watching, guys. Again, really appreciate you guys tuning in to my adventure, and hopefully you're enjoying it. Thanks for watching. Or wait.
So, how are you, Mr. Chai? Are you good? I feel like you haven't been on the vlog enough. So, Leslie's his trainer, thank goodness, because we need to get him under control. He's a really, really nice boy, and he's like really cuddly, but he is a bit crazy. Are you a bit of a crazy doggy? Are you a bit of a crazy boy? Oh, what is this? What's that? Is that you? I know you love me in the vlog.
Why don't you do a weekly update?
Nah, I think like comment down below, but I'm sure you know that
Comment down below.
you want me every single day.
My whole 20 subscribers and my mom's
We've been brainstorming Christmas lists, and like we're like practically the same person.
Where's my sugar daddy?
Leslie's now on sugardaddies.com. Come hit her up.
I'm gonna need to be with all the stuff I want.
And then you can finance my list as well.
You're funny. You're hilarious.
Realistic. I'm not funny.
Somebody did.
Okay. Now we're talking about followers. I think it's the perfect time to go give Roisin a follow. So I have a new YouTube channel, and I know you've loved watching me, and especially the people in Leslie's mum's class. I see you. I know you.
Tell them that you're close to their age.
I'm like around your age, and if you think Leslie's a boss, you know, like
I am.
I'm a boss.
You're just jealous
Of what?
of me and my bossness. My girl power. Hair on fleek.
How was your day, Les?
Oh, just fine and dandy. Did some cleaning.
But it's exciting because Les is going to a show at the Opera House.
Whoop, whoop. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Thank you, Leslie's mom.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. She may or may not have sent a package, and it may or may not have arrived today.
And it may or may not have lollies?
You'll have to find out. I don't know. We'll see how nice you are to me.
Very nice.
I don't know. Maybe I stole all of them for me. She may or may not have gotten Chai something as well.
A jacket?
No.
Booties.
No.
A color.
He's a dog. No.
Dogs with Leslie. So let me just say that she loves feet. Do it, Leslie. Do it for the vlogs.
I think this is a different size sock.
Why, is it bigger or smaller?
I think it's bigger.
Oh, actually, yeah, this feels better.
Because I could actually get that one on.
Well, I'm proud of you, bro.
Baby sock.